I was speaking to a coach the other day about the stress or the conflict that she was feeling around identifying and zeroing on her niche. And she wanted to work, the niche that she had created in her mind was that she wanted to work with busy moms who are in the trenches of raising children with special needs kids and wanted to take care of themselves, but just didn't feel like they had the time. But in narrowing down this niche, she felt like she was neglecting this whole group of other moms who just wanted to have it all, but felt overwhelmed or in the trenches with taking care of their children, that they didn't necessarily have to have special needs kids. And then on the third side, it was all women should take care of themselves. So I could help all of those women, whether they're busy because they have a special needs child, whether they're busy because they're a mom, or whether they're busy just because everybody on the planet seems to be busy these days. And that the fear was that by narrowing down and getting really specific on this niche, that she would be neglecting the other people that she knows she could help and serve. And I remember feeling this way when I started working as a health coach. I wanted to work with everybody. But of course you can't, if you're speaking to everybody, you're speaking to nobody. And so I wanted to get specific, and I thought, well, I'll work with women who want to lose weight. And then I was like, well, do they have to be in their 30s working in a corporate job who wear stilettos instead of tennis shoes? Like, I just got so confused about, how specific do you have to get? And the niche, I think if we bring it back to the concept of fishing or serving, which if you watch my first video in this series, fishing or serving, you'll understand what I mean by this. But as a coach, we always have to come back to the idea of service. How are you most in service to the people that you want to take care of, the people that you want to help? And if we look at the niche in terms of service, then we create another option. Here's how I propose you can look at it. This is just my truth. It's not the truth. If you're looking at a niche and you're getting very specific, that to me is more about sales. It's more about getting really specific so you can talk to one person so that they will see your stuff and you'll know where to find them, and then they'll buy your services. That doesn't mean at all that you don't actually care about that group of people, but it's a narrowing sales strategy. And I want to just propose another option that if we take a step back and look at the idea of creating a niche in service, then we can broaden that open just a little bit and talk more broadly about not necessarily what is your niche, who is one person that you want to work with, but what is your message to the world? What do you want to create in the world through your coaching? For the example of this client, sounds like what she wants to help people understand, or moms or women in general understand, is that whether you have children with special needs, whether you have children in general, or whether you're just drowning in your obligations, you're not taking care of yourself. Do you feel like you're in the trenches of life and you want more? You can have it all. So it's like, what is your message? What do you feel passionate and inspired by? When I first started coaching, I wanted to work with women who felt like, well, this was my niche. I wanted to work with women who were trying to lose weight, but they felt trapped by the rules of dieting and they wanted to break the rules and live life on their own terms. And, I had all this stuff, but I felt like I had to narrow it down to this one sentence. But really the truth is, my message is there are no fucking rules. There's no rules. People live by these rules that they think exist, and they trap themselves by trying to meet them. And whether that's with dieting and weight loss or building your coaching practice, if you stop living by the rules and start doing things your way, A, it's a lot more fun, and B, you can get a lot more done in a way that feels energizing instead of depleting. And so that's the message that I've started speaking to the world in terms of weight, in terms of life, in terms of business. And so your message that you share and you speak over and over and over again to everyone you meet, to the people on your newsletter list, to your social media, you begin to create your clientele. You begin to create your clients who relate to your niche. Who relate to your message. Now, that's not to say that if you have a specific group of people you want to work with, it does. Yeah, it makes it easier to find those people in a group. But again, that goes back to the idea of fishing. And if you're really in service and you know what your message is, then all you have to do is reach out to one person at a time who relates to that message, and you can serve through helping them understand that message through a article, through a book, through a conversation, through a short message on Facebook. And you can also create clients that way. So the idea of a niche and narrowing down to me is like put all the fish in a bowl so that you can catch them more easily, right? Get all those people in one room so that they can all hear your message at once. But if we're talking about connecting and serving, which is in that first video, then you know that if you're clear on your message and you feel it in your heart and it means something to you to communicate that message to the world and get that out there, what is your why, then all you have to do is connect with one person at a time who you know or who you really feel could benefit from that message. And through that, you can also create your niche backwards. You can also create the group of people that just seem to resonate with you. So you don't have to narrow down on that niche. You don't have to write that specific sentence. You just have to know what you're saying to the world and then connect with people, not masses of people, connect with people one at a time to serve them through sharing that message in some capacity. I'd love to hear how this distinction and how this other option feels for you, or if there's still questions about how do I specifically go about doing that. So post in the comments below, share this video with a friend who feels like they're totally stuck on deciding exactly who they're talking to and where to find them. And of course, please reach out always if you need extra support.